Hey everyone, Ben here from blogwithben.com, and if you're an agency or freelancer looking to build professional websites at scale, then you're in the right place. Because in this video, I'm going to show you how to do just that using Wix Studio and its AI-powered website generator. And the best part, you can test it out for free. Wix Studio is designed for web professionals who need efficiency and flexibility. And I'll walk you through creating a fully customized, high-performing website, optimizing it for SEO, setting up lead generation, and even using Wix Studio's suite of AI tools to streamline your workflow. And as an agency or freelancer, Wix Studio isn't just about building stunning, high-performance websites. It's also designed to make client management seamless. You'll get tools like client feedback integration, custom branding, detailed client reports, and client kits for a smooth handoff. And by the end of this video, you'll have a stunning, client-ready site that helps you scale your business. And real quick, before we get started, if you get any value out of this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to the Blog with Ben YouTube channel. Helps me bring you more resources, and it keeps you up to date with all of the AI, web, and tech trends happening throughout the year. But either way, thank you so much for all your support. All right, with that being said, let's get started. So first things first, head over to Wix Studio. You can get there by visiting wix.com/studio, and I'll put that link in the video description below. And one awesome feature of Wix Studio is that you can get started for free, no credit card needed. So from the Wix Studio homepage, click the Start Creating button. Next, you'll need to create a free account, and you have a few options here. You can sign up with an email address and create a password, or you could sign up with a Google or Facebook account. That's what I'm going to do. So once you approve the connection and sign in with your Google or Facebook account, you'll be taken through the Wix Studio site creation process. And you have two main options to get started. The first option, Start Designing a Site, allows you to select a responsive template or begin with a blank canvas, giving you full creative control to customize your site from the ground up or work with a pre-designed layout. The second option, Generate a Site Structure with AI, guides you through a series of questions to create a sitemap and custom wireframes tailored to your needs. This AI-powered approach is perfect for users looking for a streamlined way to set up your site's foundation before diving into design. And for this video, we'll be going with the AI Site Generator to showcase just how easy and efficient this option is. So go ahead and click the Start Planning button. Next, you'll be taken to the Generate a Site Structure section of the Wix Studio. Here, the AI helps you create a personalized sitemap by gathering key information about your business. And the process begins by specifying your business type. And as an agency or freelancer using Wix Studio, you'll want to enter your client's business or niche in this field. And you'll see that as you start typing in that field, different options will appear. So again, find the one that best suits your client's business or niche and select it. And for this example, I'm creating a personal trainer blog. Next, you'll be asked to describe the business. You'll more than likely have a good idea of what your client's business does, but if not, I would recommend reaching out to the client to have them provide a brief description. Okay, I like that description. Below that, you'll be asked to choose the site's main service from options like selling products or services, getting booked online, writing a blog, hosting events, or showcasing a portfolio. Now, don't worry if you're not seeing a service that fits your client's site. You can add one manually a little later on. But for this example, I'm going to be creating a site for a client that will primarily act as a blog. So I'll select Write a Blog. Next, you'll be asked to enter the name of your client's site. So in that field provided, simply type the name of the site, which will typically be the name of their business. Below that, you'll enter the location of your client's business. If you don't have a physical address, just enter the city and state that your site is operating out of. Next, it's going to ask who is your target audience. Think about the specific group of people that you want to reach with your website and enter it in that field. Consider factors like their demographics, interests, needs, and preferences. And the more specific you can be, the better Wix Studio's AI will tailor your site to attract and engage the right visitors. Aim for a short, clear description that captures the key traits of your ideal audience. Next, tell the AI what makes your client's business unique. Focus on what sets their business apart from competitors. Think about special qualities, values, or offerings that make their business stand out. Next, you'll be asked, what is the main goal of your site? Consider the primary purpose of the site, whether it's to showcase the client's work, sell products, build brand awareness, attract more customers, or share valuable information. Be clear and specific so the AI can create a site structure that aligns with your objectives. Finally, if you scroll down, you'll choose the tone of voice for your website, which will correlate with your client's brand and how they want to communicate with their audience. You can select up to 2 tones, and each tone reflects a different style of communication. For example, a professional and informative tone might suit a law firm, while a friendly and casual tone could work well for a local coffee shop. And by selecting tones that align with your client's brand, you can ensure that their website feels authentic and resonates with their target audience. All right, once you've filled everything out, go ahead and click the Continue button. Next, when generating a site structure in Wix Studio, you have 2 options to choose from. The first option, Visual Sitemap and Wireframes, uses AI to create a site with unstyled layouts, elements, and custom content. This option provides a more detailed starting point by incorporating placeholders for design elements and content, making it ideal for those who want to visualize their site's layout early on. The second option, Visual Sitemap Only, maps out the structure of your site's pages and sections without including design elements. This option is perfect if you're focused on organizing the overall framework of your site before diving into its design. And for this video, we'll be using the Visual Sitemap and Wireframes. So I'll leave that one selected and click the Start Generating button. And then the AI gets to work and starts building our site based on the inputs that we just entered. Now, this took about 45 seconds for the AI to build out the sitemap and wireframes, so for the sake of time, I'm going to fast forward really quick. But when the AI is done, you'll see your new site and will be taken to the Wix Studio web-based editor. And since this is our first time here, you may get a pop-up welcoming you to Wix Studio along with access to their helpful tutorials, which I highly recommend checking out whenever you have some extra time. But for now, I'm just going to close out this window. And welcome to the Wix Studio editor. This is where the magic happens and how you'll bring your website to life. From here, you can customize every aspect of your site, from layouts and design elements to colors, fonts, and interactive features. The editor provides a user-friendly interface allowing you to drag and drop elements, edit content, and preview changes all in real time. Now, please keep in mind that everything you see here is customizable, which means that if you don't like the design and the structure that the AI came up with, you have a ton of creative control and can really make this anything you want by using Wix Studio's web-based editor, which we'll go over in just a bit. But if you absolutely hate what the AI came up with and you want to regenerate a new site, click this hamburger icon in the upper left corner of the screen. And from that drop-down menu, select Go to Sites. And this will take you to your Wix Studio's Workplace dashboard. This is where you'll manage all of the sites that you create with Wix Studio. And I only have one, obviously, but if you don't like what the AI created, just click this 3-dot icon there next to the site thumbnail. And from that menu, select Move to Trash. Then after it's been deleted, click the Create New Site button, and you will have to go through the Generate Site Structure questions again, but that is how you can regenerate a new site. And next, let me give you a quick tour of the Wix Studio editor so you know where everything is before you start editing and designing. Welcome to Wix Studio's powerful web-based editor, built for agencies and freelancers who need a fast, efficient way to create and scale multiple client websites. Designed to streamline your workflow, Wix Studio gives you the flexibility to build high-performance, visually stunning sites while managing multiple projects with ease. And whether you're crafting custom designs or launching full-scale digital experiences, this platform empowers you to deliver professional-grade websites at scale, quickly and efficiently. But before you dive in and start making design changes, let me give you a tour and show you around. And I will say that if you already know your way around, feel free to skip ahead to the site design section of this tutorial, but if you want a tour, stick around. Okay, first, if you look on the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see a toolbar. This is your command center for building and customizing your website and blog. And this intuitive menu gives you quick access to all the essential tools and features you'll need to design, manage, and refine your site. And when you click on each section of the toolbar, you'll gain access to these various elements and features to enhance your site. Starting at the top, we have this plus icon, which when clicked, gives you the ability to add individual elements to your site. This comprehensive library of elements can be easily dragged and dropped into your design, which we'll do in just a bit. And categories include basic elements like images, titles, paragraphs, and buttons, as well as advanced features such as containers, stacks, and wireframes for more structured layouts. Next, within the toolbar, we have the Layers feature. This provides a hierarchy of all the elements on the page that you're editing, which is the home page at the moment, making it easy to see how the different elements are arranged and interact with each other. Each layer represents an individual element, such as the header, sections like blog posts or featured articles, and the footer. And you can expand or collapse layers to view nestled elements, quickly search for specific components, and adjust their order or visibility. And this feature is particularly helpful for navigating complex designs, ensuring that all elements are properly aligned and layered without overlapping issues. Next, we have the Pages section, and this Site Pages section of the toolbar allows you to manage all of the pages on your website in a single organized view. It categorizes pages into main pages and other groups such as blog pages, providing a clear structure for your site's navigation. And from this section, you can add new pages, rearrange their order, and quickly access or edit individual pages as well. Then to access the settings for a specific page, simply click the three-dot icon next to the page name. And this opens a menu with several options, including settings, where you can configure SEO basics, social sharing details, and general page settings. You can also rename, duplicate, delete, or set the page as the home page directly from this menu. Additionally, advanced features like adding comments, code, or editor add-ons are available, giving you full control over each page's functionality and appearance. And this tool is essential for managing a streamlined and user-friendly website. Moving on to the visual sitemap. And this provides an organized visual representation of your website's page hierarchy, helping you manage the structure of both main pages and subpages. It displays each page as a card containing its sections such as headers, footers, and any other content areas, giving you a clear overview of how your site is built. And to access more actions for a specific page or section, click the three-dot icon labeled More Actions on the page card. And this opens a menu with several options where you can rearrange the page's order within its category, create an identical copy of the page, change the page's name for better organization, etc. And these options allow you to make quick changes to your site structure without needing to navigate away from the visual sitemap. You can even add a new section to a page by hovering over the plus icon within the page card, and then click Add Section to open a menu of section templates or create a custom section. And once added, the new section will appear in the sitemap and can be customized further within the editor. The visual sitemap is a powerful tool for managing your website's layout, ensuring a logical and user-friendly navigation structure while keeping everything visually accessible. All right, next within the toolbar we have Site Styles. This is where you can define and customize the overall design elements for your website to ensure a consistent and professional appearance. And this panel allows you to manage key design aspects such as colors, font, text, styles, and more. In the color section, you can set your site's primary and secondary color palette, which will be applied across various elements like backgrounds, buttons, and text. You can edit existing colors or add new ones to align with your branding. The fonts section lets you select your site's primary typefaces. You can choose from a variety of font options or use Wix's custom made-for fonts to create a cohesive look for your headings and body text. The text style section lets predefined styles for headings and paragraphs, and each style displays its font size and formatting, allowing you to quickly update or customize the typography used throughout your site. Additionally, you can adjust settings like max width for layout responsiveness, and page transitions to create smooth navigation effects between pages. And by defining these global styles, you ensure consistency across your site while maintaining flexibility to make adjustments as needed. Moving on to the media library. This is where you can manage and explore visual assets for your website. It provides a centralized hub to upload, organize, and select images, videos, and other media files. You can upload your own media directly from your computer to use on your site. Additionally, the Manage section allows you to organize your files into folders or access saved boards, making it easy to locate specific assets. Then deleted files can also be recovered or permanently removed from the Trash section. The Explore section provides access to vast libraries of free and premium media. You can browse media from Wix, Shutterstock, Unsplash, or even create custom assets using the AI Image Creator tool. And media can be filtered by type, like images or videos, categories, orientation, or color, helping you find the perfect visuals for your site. And once you select your desired media, you can add it directly to your page by clicking the Add to Page button. And this media section ensures you have all the resources you need to enhance your site's visual appeal and create a professional look. Moving on to the Global section. This allows you to manage sections such as headers and footers that appear consistently across multiple pages of your website. And when you make changes to a global section, those updates automatically apply to every page where that section is used, ensuring a consistent design and saving you time. This section is divided into categories like headers and footers, with each global section listed alongside its status. For example, a default header or footer will have a check mark to indicate it's active and applied site-wide. You can easily modify these global sections to maintain branding consistency, update navigation menus, or adjust other shared elements without needing to edit individual pages. Okay, next on the toolbar is the App Market. This is your gateway to enhancing your website's functionality with professional tools and integrations. It features a wide variety of apps categorized by purpose, such as marketing, selling online, services and events, media and content, design elements, and communication. And these categories help you quickly find apps suited to your business's needs. And once you find the right app, you can add it to your site with a simple click, unlocking features like social media feeds, online booking, product reviews, and more. And this app market empowers you to customize your site with powerful features, ensuring it meets the unique demands of your business and audience. Moving on to the My Business section of the toolbar. This is probably my favorite section because it's where you can create and manage your blog posts, among other things. But the My Business section of the Wix Studio toolbar is your centralized hub for managing critical aspects of your website's functionality, tailored to grow and support your online presence. The blog section here is designed for managing your blog content effectively. You can create engaging blog posts, organize them into categories, and customize the layout of your blog pages to fit your site's design. The Wix Site Search enhances user experience by providing a search bar for easy navigation across your site. And then the Find Apps is just another way to access the app market that we just went over and expand your site's capabilities. This My Business section is a powerhouse of tools that supports creating a professional, interactive, and efficient website. It ensures that your site not only looks good, but also functions effectively to meet your business goals. Okay, next we have the CMS, which stands for Content Management System. And here you can implement the CMS to use on your Wix Studio editor. Now, we're not going to use it in this tutorial, but the CMS is a powerful tool that allows you to manage your site's content in collections that are separate from your editor. You can then connect this content to elements on your site, such as repeaters, galleries, and tables. And as a result, the connected elements dynamically display the content from your CMS collection. It's just another way to manage and implement content on your site. Wix Studio has some great tutorials on the CMS that you could check out here, and I'll be sure to link to them in the video description below. But if you or your organization wants to implement the Wix Studio CMS, this is where you could do that. Okay, next is the code feature. This allows you to extend your website's functionality by creating custom JavaScript web applications directly within the Wix Studio environment. This feature is designed for advanced users and developers who want to build highly customized solutions. And to get started, you can either choose Start Coding to build from scratch or start with an example to explore pre-configured templates. And this section empowers developers to create powerful, feature-rich web applications while working within Wix Studio. Moving on towards the bottom left corner of the toolbar, we have the Site Checker, and Wix Studio breaks this down into two sections: Fix responsive issues and Fix accessibility issues. These help you optimize your website for better performance and user experience. The Fix Responsive Issues feature ensures that your site looks great and functions well across all devices, including desktops, tablets, and mobile phones. And by clicking on this tool, you can identify elements on your page that may not display properly in certain screen sizes and adjust them for a seamless, responsive design. This helps maintain a consistent and professional appearance for all visitors, regardless of the device they're using to visit your site. On the other hand, the Fix Accessibility Issues focuses on improving your site's inclusivity by addressing elements that may pose challenges for users with disabilities. It provides suggestions and tools to meet accessibility standards, such as ensuring proper color contrast, adding alt text for images, and making the site keyword navigable. These improvements make your site more user-friendly and compliant with web accessibility guidelines. Okay, next is the Comments feature. This is a collaboration tool that allows you and your team to provide feedback, share ideas, and track changes directly within the editor. You can add comments to specific areas of your website design, making it easy to discuss adjustments or improvements. And this section supports rich text formatting, letting you type detailed feedback with bold, italic, or underlined text for emphasis. And you can also attach images, files, and other resources to your comments to provide additional context or examples. Then to collaborate more effectively, use @mentions to notify specific team members and assign tasks or request input. The Comments feature is particularly useful for teams working together on a project, as it streamlines communication and keeps all feedback centralized within the editor. This ensures everyone stays on the same page and can work efficiently to refine the website. And then the final section of the toolbar is the Help section. This is your go-to resource for support and guidance while building your website. It includes access to video tutorials, a comprehensive help center, and a list of keyboard shortcuts to enhance your workflow. You can connect with other users through the Ask the Community feature or report bugs directly to the support team. If you need expert assistance, you can hire a professional, or for personalized help, contact Wix's customer care. This section ensures you have everything you need to resolve issues and create a polished website. All right, so that's the toolbar. Moving on to the hamburger icon in the upper left corner of the screen. This provides quick access to essential tools and settings, and from here you can navigate to your dashboard for an overview of your site's performance and settings. The Site menu offers options to manage your website, while the Tools menu allows you to enable or disable features within the editor. The View menu lets you adjust how you see your site while editing, such as previewing it in different modes. And then you can also use the Go to Sites option to switch between other projects that you're working on. Finally, the Upgrade button at the bottom lets you explore premium plans to unlock additional features for your website. And this menu ensures seamless navigation and control over your site building process. Next to that is another way to access all of the pages within your site. This is a quick and easy way to navigate to each page within the Wix Studio editor as you're making edits and working on content and designing changes. Simply click on a page within this menu and it will open that page within the editor where you can then start making your edits. Just another way to quickly navigate your site and make changes. Next to that is the autosave feature. This feature automatically saves your progress as you're working, ensuring that no changes are lost if you forget to manually save or encounter an unexpected interruption, such as a power outage or browser crash. Autosave runs consistently in the background, capturing updates that you make to your site in real time. Moving towards the center of the top toolbar, you'll see these three icons. These represent the desktop, tablet, and mobile versions of your site. And clicking on each one opens that version in the editor below. And this allows you to customize how your website appears on different devices, ensuring a responsive and optimized experience for all users. Each version can be customized individually within the editor, giving you full control over the design for each device. And this flexibility helps maintain a professional and user-friendly experience regardless of how your visitors access your site. Next to that is an upgrade button, giving you the ability to upgrade to a paid plan or a higher tier of the Wix Studio subscriptions if you want to. I highly recommend doing that if you haven't done so already. And just FYI, we're going to upgrade to a premium plan a little later on in the video because, as you can see below, that free domain you get with this site looks like this. It's just a temporary domain. Now, it's not really ideal for professional use or SEO, so if you want to connect a primary domain or a custom domain, then I recommend upgrading to a paid plan, which again, I'll walk you through that process a little later on in the tutorial. All right, moving towards the upper right side of the screen, you'll see your account avatar. And clicking on that gives you quick access to account management and site-related options. This menu centralizes essential tools to streamline account and website management. Next to that are the undo and redo buttons, great for making edits on the fly and reverting changes. Undo reverts the most recent action in the editor, and redo restores an action that was undone. Next is the notifications bell icon. This is where you'll see all your notifications from site visitors, apps, and more. Next, that little eye icon is the preview button, and clicking this opens the preview environment and allows you to preview your work before publishing. And speaking of that, the blue publish button will make your changes live on the internet for the whole world to see. So after you make edits to your site, it's best practice to preview them and then publish them if approved. All right, shifting our focus to the middle of the screen, we have the Wix Studio web-based editor. This is where the design magic happens. Everything here is customizable, from the images, the font, the sections, the colors. Everything can be edited here in real time. And as you hover your mouse over the editor, you'll see each section light up a different color, helping you stay organized in terms of what you're editing. Now, when we used the AI site generator, it created all this copy and added placeholder images. But again, everything you see here is 100% customizable, and you can literally change it to make this site anything you want. Additionally, this is only the home page. There are other pages that you can edit, which I'll show you in just a bit, but having this type of design freedom and control is really unprecedented when it comes to site design. Next, I want to show you some of the client management features that sets Wix Studio apart from other website builders. As I mentioned in the intro, Wix Studio isn't just about building websites. It's also designed to make client management seamless. And as an agency or freelancer, the client management and team settings are key to having a successful business and satisfied clients. So before we start designing the site, let me quickly show you the client management tools that come with Wix Studio. First, from the web-based editor, you'll want to visit your Wix Studio workspace. And one way to get there is to click the hamburger icon in the upper left corner of the screen. And from that drop-down, click on Sites. This will take you to your Wix Studio workspace, where you can create and manage multiple sites in one place. This is also where you can manage your client experience and configure your team settings. For starters, let me show you how to add collaborators to your projects. So I obviously only have one site here, but if you want to give access and add clients or team members to the Wix editor in your sites, simply hover your mouse over the site thumbnail, and in the upper right corner, click that little person avatar. Then a pop-up window will appear where you can configure access to the site for individual people like clients or for team members. For example, let's say you want to give a particular client or maybe a vendor access to the site. From here, click the Invite People button, and this will take you to your Wix Studio settings, specifically the Invite Site Collaborator section, and it's pretty straightforward. You'll enter the email address of the person who you want to invite, and then below that, assign them a role. And based on their roles, the permissions will vary, and if you don't see a role you like, then towards the very bottom there, you can create a custom role for a custom situation. Then once you've entered their email address and assigned a role, click the Send Invite button, and the invite will be sent to that individual, and once accepted, they'll have access to your site based on their role and permissions. Next, I want to go over the client experience features within Wix Studio. So from your workspace, on the left-hand side of the screen within that sidebar, if you click on Client Experience, that will open all the client management features that Wix Studio offers to help streamline your client experience and overall management. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of depth in terms of how to use each one of these features, but Wix Studio makes them extremely user-friendly, and you can always check out the Wix Help Center for further documentation and tutorials on each one of the client experience features, starting with the client feedback. This allows enhanced collaboration with clients by sharing the latest version of their site and gathering direct feedback. They can add comments to specific areas so you know exactly what each comment is about, and you can then review their feedback, respond, and resolve comments while working on their site. And when clients are invited to provide feedback, they can see the last saved version of their site without logging in. They can add comments directly to specific areas that they're referring to so you know exactly what each comment is about. And this contextual feedback mechanism streamlines communication and ensures that client input is effectively integrated into the project. Simply click the Get Started button to set it up and allow client feedback on your site. Next, we have client kits. And upon project completion, you can create personalized client kits to facilitate a smooth handoff. And these kits can include tailored instructions, resources, and documentation to guide your clients in managing their own new site, ensuring they feel confident and supported post-launch. Click the Start Now button to create your first client kit. Moving on to client reports. Wix Studio offers the ability to send automated monthly reports to your clients, providing insights into their site's performance, including analytics for e-commerce, bookings, and blog data. And these reports can be customized and scheduled to keep clients informed and engaged with their site's progress. Click the Get Started button to set up your report. Next is custom branding. And custom branding is actually a benefit of becoming a Wix partner. And when you become a partner, you can earn points for building premium sites and completing certifications to unlock more benefits as you progress through the 4 program levels, which are Pioneer, Creator, Icon, and Legend. And one of the benefits you can receive is custom branding. This allows you to seamlessly include your agency's brand in email invitations, site dashboards, and free site banners that link to your agency's business site. You'll enhance brand visibility and create a unified experience for your clients across multiple touchpoints. And the way to implement that is by becoming a Wix partner. So click the Become Partner button to apply. Next, we have CRM and client billing. This is a dedicated section within your workspace where you can manage client information, create and send invoices, set up email campaigns, track payments, and essentially handle all aspects of your client billing process directly from your Wix Studio workspace, allowing you to centralize client management and invoicing without needing a separate CRM tool. And one thing I want to point out here is if you click this back arrow, it actually takes you back to your Wix account dashboard, which is different than your site workspace dashboard. So to get back to your workspace, from that top nav there, click your site name, which should be located right here. And then click Go to All Sites. And this will take you back to the Wix Studio site workspace. Okay, another great client tool is the customer care tickets. And this is where you can manage your team's customer care interactions in one place. You can track past conversations, check ticket statuses, and revisit previous solutions. Search or filter by reporter, site, or status to quickly find the information you need. It's like your own in-house help desk, all right here from your Wix Studio workspace. Then finally, if you click on Team, this will take you to your team management section where, as the workspace owner, you can add teammates to your team and specify their roles. Choose the access each teammate has to your workspace and sites, and you can tailor each teammate's access individually to ensure that they have the permissions necessary for the area they work in. And by customizing Studio Editor access, you're in full control of who can make changes to your client sites. Alright, so that's the basics of Wix Studio's client experience for agencies and freelancers. I know it was kind of a quick walkthrough, but I just wanted to make sure you're aware of all the tools that you have at your disposal when it comes to Wix Studio. And as a freelancer, I'm a huge fan of these features. And on that note, let's move on and start designing the site with the Wix Studio Editor. In this portion of the tutorial, we're going to actually start using the Wix Studio Editor. It truly is an amazing innovation in terms of site and content creation, and it's super easy to use too. Now, one quick disclaimer. I'm not going to go through every aspect of using the editor in this video. That would make this tutorial 5+ hours long, and that's not to say that the editor is overly complicated. It's just that you could do so much with it that it would be a disservice to you if we went over every single feature and aspect of the editor. Instead, I'm going to cover some of the basics so you'll have a solid understanding of how it works so you could set the foundation for your site and explore all the editor has to offer when you're away from this tutorial. So, on that note, let's use the editor. Okay, first things first, as I mentioned in the intro, everything here is customizable. From the images, the font, the sections, the colors, everything can be edited here in real time. Then to edit an element on the page, simply click on it, And this singles out that particular element, and you'll see the grid lines around it, as well as an additional editing toolbar. But there's more. Once you click on a section, element, or cell, if you look towards the right-hand side of the screen, there's this little tab, and clicking it opens the inspector panel. This is where you can edit the properties of every element and section of your page. You can choose how elements are resized on different breakpoints, adjust the design, add interactions, configure the font, colors, images, and much more. And as you select different sections within the web-based editor, you'll see the settings within the inspector panel change, giving you a ton of control over every aspect of your site's design. And on that note, let's start editing this site to make it my personal trainer blog. Again, I'm not going to go through every design edit or every page of this site as I'm making changes, but I want to give you a good overview of how things work so that when you start editing your site, you'll have a better idea of how to use the editor. Okay, first let's change the logo within the header. And keep in mind that when you click on things to make edits, depending on what you're trying to edit, you may need to click a few times to get to that particular section or cell. For example, I had to click 4 times to get to the vector art logo. And this singles out the placeholder vector art that's being used for the logo, as well as opens the inspector panel settings and toolbar. Then to change the image from that toolbar, click the Change Vector Art button. And this opens the media library where you could use it to search for pre-made vector art supplied by Wix, or you can upload your own. I'm going to upload my own, so I'll click the Upload Media button and find the vector art that I want to use for my computer. And then let's find the image I want to use. There it is. And then it may take a few seconds to load, and there we go. Then go ahead and select it, which it already is, and click the Add to Page button. And just like that, we have a new logo. Then if I click away from the logo to remove the grid lines, we get a better look at it, and it kind of looks off-centered. No worries though, that's when the magic of the Wix Studio editor comes into play. You can easily resize and adjust the alignment of the image with a few clicks of the mouse. As I've probably said like 10 times so far, this editor gives you a ton of creative control and flexibility when it comes to doing design changes like this. What used to take a ton of technical know-how and time literally takes a few seconds with this new editor. I love it. Okay, let's keep making changes. Next, I definitely want to edit the placeholder text for my site's title that just says business name. So again, to make text edits, simply place your cursor over the text and click to select it, and then just start typing as if you're writing an email or working on a Google Doc. It's that simple, and the changes are reflected within the editor right here. Then we can edit it even further. If you recall, the inspector panel provides additional editing options like font style, color, size, etc. And as you become more familiar with where everything is within the editor settings, you'll be able to make some pretty drastic design changes in a matter of minutes and sometimes seconds. This really does streamline the design process and saves you a ton of time. Okay, I like that. I think the Ignite Fitness logo and title look much better. All right, moving on to the homepage hero image and text. Again, just like the logo and site title, you'll simply start clicking on the various elements and sections that you want to edit, like this placeholder image. And once clicked, the inspector opens and we can change the image. Simply click where it says Change Media. And this opens the media library where, again, you can search, filter, and use various types of images. And if you look on the left-hand side of the screen, you can explore media from Wix, Shutterstock, Unsplash, and even use AI to create images, which is what we'll do in just a bit. But first, whatever type of images you have selected, which right now are the media from Wix, they'll show up on the right-hand side, where you could search, review, and even filter the results to find specific types of images to use on your site. And let me show you what I mean. So in the field provided, if I type the keywords fitness, orange, and black, I get a bunch of filtered images that match those keywords. Now, these are all royalty-free stock images that I can use, but feel free to filter them even more with these little drop-down menus. Then for the sake of the example, let's open the Shutterstock images and use the same keywords, fitness, orange, and black, and we get new results to choose from, but please keep in mind that since these are Shutterstock images, you will have to pay for them. You could see the price per image on each thumbnail when you hover your mouse over them, but these are typically a little better quality than the free stock photos. And then we have Unsplash, which is another free stock photo service. and it gives you some additional free options for images to use on your site. Then finally, let me show you Wix's new AI image creator. Clicking this opens Wix's AI image creator interface, an amazing AI tool aimed to help you create one-of-a-kind, unique images that can be used on your site. And it's pretty straightforward. In that text box, type a text prompt describing what you want. And for this example, I'm keeping it simple and we'll have it create a background image of a fitness center, orange and black color scheme. Then below the text box are styles that you could add to the image to help guide the AI. Everything from a photo style to an illustration, 3D, pop art, and more. But I want this image to be realistic, so I'm going to use the photo style. And then once you've entered your text prompt and selected a style, click the Create Image button. And in a few seconds, the AI will generate a preview of the image. Not bad, looks pretty cool. Now, if you're happy with it, you could click the Use This Image button, or if you want to try again and have the AI generate a different image with the same prompt and style, click the Create Again button, which is what I'm going to do. And once again, the AI gets to work and generates a new image. And looks like we get another orange and black colored fitness center setting, and you can keep going until you get something you like, but for the sake of this example, let's just use this image. So once you get an image that you like, go ahead and click the Use Image button. And then this will open Wix's Photo Studio. This is a powerful and intuitive tool that enables you to enhance and customize your images directly within the Wix Studio editor. You can crop, extend, adjust, and refine images to fit perfectly into your website's design. Additionally, you could change the dimension of your image and even upscale it to improve its resolution for a polished professional look. And again, for the sake of time, I'm going to speed through me using the Photo Studio, but this offers a variety of advanced editing tools where you can tweak brightness, contrast, and saturation, and filters to apply artistic effects. There's also the background and object eraser that lets you remove unwanted elements or isolate subjects with ease. And for those looking to add creative touches, there are options to include text overlays, decorative elements, or adjust the background to complement your site's design. The interface is user-friendly, allowing for real-time adjustments and previews, so you can see the impact of your changes immediately. This feature eliminates the need for external software, streamlining the design process and ensuring that your visuals align perfectly with your website's brand and layout. And then once you've made all your edits within the Photo Studio, click the Save button, and in a few moments, that image will be saved to your media library. And there it is. Then click the Change Background button, and the placeholder image will be replaced with the AI image that we just created in Photo Studio. Pretty cool. Next, let's edit the About Us heading there in the middle of the screen. Not sure why it's using About Us on the homepage, but that's the great thing about the web-based editor. We could change this to say whatever we want. So to edit the text, simply hover your mouse over the text that you want to change and click on it a few times. I think I had to click twice in order to access the text in this particular section. And then from the toolbar, click the Change Text button, and this opens a little text pop-up where you can swap out the current text and change it to whatever you want. And when you do, you'll see the heading text on the homepage change as well. Now I should point out that not every text section works like this within the editor. Some allow you to change the text right here within this section, which I'll show you in just a bit, but it just takes getting used to and learning how each section works. As you start making your edits, you'll find what works best for you and your workflow. Okay, next, I want to change the purple gradient color. So within the inspector on the right-hand side of the screen, there'll be a design section where, again, for this particular type of font, the steps to change the color will vary, but for any text using gradient, you'll want to adjust the fill settings within the design section of the inspector. And there are two types of fill to choose from, media and gradient. It's set to gradient right now, and in order to change that color, you'll click the color swatch, and this will open a custom color tool where you can configure the type of colors being used for the gradient effect. Now for this example, I actually want the font to be a solid color. And as I said before, not all fonts will be this involved when it comes to changing the color, but since this is using the gradient effect, this is how you'll change the color of this text. Okay, so what I want to do is essentially remove the gradient effect and make the text a solid color. So if you look towards the bottom there, there's a little slider where you can adjust which color is being used within the gradient effect. And to change it, simply click on each dot within that slider to select the particular color to edit, and then click the color swatch, and this will open a color picker where it displays your theme colors and additional colors. The theme colors are used throughout the entire site, and you can adjust them as you see fit, or you can add additional colors to use here and there. I'm just making this white, so I'll select white. And when I do, you'll see that section of the gradient change to white. Then let's do that for every section of this gradient effect, and I'm going to speed through this really quick. But when it's done, the font will now be a solid white color. Again, you won't have to do this for every single type of font whenever you want to change the color. You'll only do this for the ones that use the gradient style. All right, for the sake of the example, let me show you what the media gradient looks like. So if you select media instead of gradient, this allows you to play a video within the font. You can't see the video within the editor, but you can see it whenever you preview it. And it looks like this is using some type of tree video by default, but to change it, click that little color swatch there. And this will open your media library where you can select different types of videos to use. And hovering your mouse over the thumbnail gives you a preview of the video so you can get a better idea of what it looks like. And then once you've found a video to use, select it and click the change background button, and the media will be added to the gradient. And remember, the video won't display here in the editor. We'll have to preview it to see what it'll look like. So in the upper right corner of the editor, if you click that little eye icon, this will open your preview environment and you can see what the media gradient looks like. How cool is that? The video is playing only within the font and gives us this really unique effect. I don't even want to think about what this would have taken me to do on a website or blog back in the day, but now with Wix Studio's editor, you can add these really unique and cool effects to your site with minimal effort or tech know-how. Okay, so I'm not going to keep the media gradient effect on this site, but I just wanted to show you how flexible the editor is. So to switch back, all you'll do is click the gradient button within the inspector's design section. Okay, next let me show you how to edit the text below this heading. And this is a little less involved. Simply place your cursor on the text cell like you're editing a Word doc or email and highlight all the text. And then this time within the design section of the inspector, find the color tab and click the color swatch. This opens the color picker and simply select the new font color that you want to display on your site. A lot easier than the gradient. Then to edit the text, you can simply start typing within the cell and you can change the text, add or delete the text as you see fit, all right here in the editor in real time. Same thing goes for the majority of the text within the editor. As you can see when we scroll down and start editing different headings and whatnot, you can quickly edit the text right here within the editor. And this type of freedom and flexibility saves you a ton of time and can be extremely helpful in copy changes that need to be made on the fly. No more time-consuming edits. Just place your cursor on the text and make your edits right here. It's simple as that. And for the sake of time, I'm going to speed through some other edits here, but the Wix Studio editor makes things like changing background colors super simple. I was able to do that in a few clicks. The same thing goes for adding images. Once you get used to the workflow, it's honestly a few clicks of the mouse and you can make some major design changes. The Wix Studio editor makes things like changing background colors super simple. I was able to do that in a few clicks, and the same thing goes for adding images. Once you get used to the workflow, it's honestly just a few clicks of the mouse and you can make some major design changes. Just like after we add this image, if you click on it a few times, you can adjust the size and placement right here within the editor. Now I know I've said that a few times, but this type of design control saves you a ton of time and effort. Okay, another thing I want to show you about the background images is that you can use videos too. Just like the gradient media, you can use video here as well. Simply click on the image to open the inspector and then click Change Media. And from the media library, find a video that you want to use or just upload your own. I'm going to use a fitness video here from Wix's library. And once you find one that you want to use, select it and then click the Change Background button. And remember, it won't display the video within the editor, but when we preview it, you'll see what the video looks like on the front end of the site. And real quick, you have a few options when it comes to how you preview your changes. If you click that little caret icon next to the eyeball icon, this opens your preview options where you can choose to preview your changes within the editor or as a test site. I personally like to see what it'll look like on the front end before publishing, so I prefer the test site, but it's really up to you and what works best for your workflow. And check that out. The video background really adds a completely different look and feel to the site and instantly makes it more dynamic and engaging for visitors. It helps capture attention and sets the tone and conveys a more professional or creative brand identity. With Wix Studio, adding video backgrounds is not only easy, but customizable, allowing you to adjust playback, overlay colors, and more to perfectly match your site's style and purpose. Okay, yet again for the sake of time, I'm going to swap out the video background for another image. This is actually an image that I created using Midjourney. Not that there is anything wrong with Wix's AI image generator, but I was just personally able to get some better results from Midjourney. If you want to learn more about Midjourney, check out my Midjourney tutorials on the Blog Within YouTube channel. Alright, this time when we preview the front end of the site, looks like a completely different website. Again, the ease of use and creative control that you have with Wix Studio's editor is really unmatched and saves you so much time, but also opens the door to a ton of creativity. This is just a demo site, but it's starting to look like a professional website, and it's only taken me a few minutes to do so. Amazing. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is how to change some global settings, like the hover color of the hamburger menu item. As you can see, when I hover my mouse over it, it's blue. And when you click on it, that opens the site navigation menu where you'll see that the selected menu item is the color blue as well. Now, when I first started using the Wix Studio editor, it took me a while to figure out how to change these colors to match my overall theme colors, which are orange and black. So if your site uses this feature, here's how to change the colors. Okay, back at the editor, find the hamburger menu icon and click on it a few times to select it. And then once selected, within the inspector on the right-hand side of the screen, find the button style and select hover. Then open the icon tab, and from here, click the color swatch and choose the color that you want to use as the hover color. You'll actually see it update in the editor. Again, this is the hover color that will display when someone hovers their mouse over the menu icon. Next, let's change the color of the menu items. So this time, click the Edit Menu button within the toolbar, and then click on the actual menu to access its inspector settings. Then within the design section, click on where it says Selected, selected meaning when the menu item is selected, and this will give you the ability to edit the color of those menu items. So from here, open the Text tab, and you should see two color swatches. I recommend changing both of them to stay consistent. Simply click on the color swatches and pick the new color that you want to use. Now, whichever menu item is selected, it will display this orange color, matching the rest of my site's color scheme. Alright, once you're done making your menu edits, click the Done button to exit these settings. And then let's preview these changes to make sure they work on the front end of the site. So click the preview icon in the upper right corner of the editor. And now when I hover my mouse over the menu icon, the hover color is orange. And when we open the menu, the selected menu item is the same color orange. Perfect. Now I realize that your site may not use this exact menu logic or functionality, but I just wanted to show you how versatile the Wix Studio editor was and how to navigate the various features when it came to changing different colors throughout your site. Next, let me quickly go over adding different elements and sections to the site. If you recall, within the toolbar on the left-hand side of the screen, you can quickly add various elements to your site's design. Simply click the plus icon, and you'll have access to a quick add menu among many other elements, but the quick add allows you to access popular elements like buttons, videos, iframes, etc. And all you'll do is click on the element that you want to add, like this button, and it will instantly drop that button on the page, where you can rearrange it, change the text, color, alignment, etc., all here from the editor. Then to add a link to the button, open the editing toolbar by clicking on the button and select the link icon, and from here you can configure how the button functions. You can link to an external web address, an internal page, phone number. You have a ton of options and it can be easily configured right here. Now, I'm not going to actually use this button on this site, so you can either click the undo arrow to remove it or just click delete on your keyboard. Both will remove the button from the editor. And remember, you can add more than just buttons. The Elements section of the toolbar really opens a ton of possibilities when it comes to your site's design and functionality. You can add sections, wireframes, contact forms, lead gen forms, etc. That's the beautiful thing about this editor. You aren't confined to the initial design created by the AI. You can use these pages as a foundation to build upon and add various elements within this toolbar. Again, this opens the door to a ton of creativity. All right, that's the home page, but remember we have multiple pages to edit and design. So as you're making your edits before launching your site for the world to see, you can quickly move from page to page within the editor here in the nav. It's currently on the home page, but if you click this, you get a little drop down where you can quickly navigate to all the different pages of your site. And they're just like any other page on your site where you can make your edits right here within the editor. Again, I'm not going to make you sit through me editing every single page on this site in this video, but I hope you're starting to get the hang of how the editor works and how you can use it to customize your website to suit your specific needs and preferences. With its intuitive interface and powerful tools, Wix Studio makes it easy to create a professional, cohesive site without needing advanced technical skills. And by exploring the features I've shown you, you'll be able to confidently design and refine your site to bring your vision to life. All right, moving on. Next, let's go over page settings and how to optimize each page for SEO. Once you're done making all of your design and content edits, I highly recommend configuring the page in SEO settings. The Wix Studio editor makes this super simple, and it's an important aspect that some people tend to overlook. So anytime you create a page or blog post, I highly recommend configuring the page settings. So from the toolbar on the left-hand side of the screen, click the page icon, and this will display all of the pages on your site. Next, find the page that you want to configure and click the three dots next to that page name. This opens a menu where you can access the page settings. And clicking that opens yet another menu where you can configure various aspects of the page, easily navigate to each setting here within this little menu, starting with the page info. This section allows you to configure the basic details about the selected page. You can rename the page. The name you enter here is how it will appear in your site's navigation menu. You could set the page as your home page, which Wix has automatically done for you, but this option lets you designate this page as the default home page for your site. Then there are some advanced settings that let you configure the caching rules for the page. Next, we have the page permissions. This controls who can access the page. By default, everyone can access it, but you can restrict access by setting a password for the page or limit access to users who are signed up as members of your site. So if you have exclusive content, you might restrict access to password holders or site members. It's a great way to build a membership site. Next are the SEO basics. And this is super important and helpful because this is where you can optimize your page for search engines. First, you'll see the SEO setup checklist. Feel free to click that whenever you're ready to launch. It contains a helpful guide that walks you through optimizing your site's SEO. Below that is the title tag. This is the title that appears on search engine results pages. It's one of the most critical parts of SEO. Below that is the meta description, and this is a brief description that appears below your title in the search results. Use this to highlight what your page is about and entice users to click. You'll also get a little preview of what your site title and meta description will look like in the search results here as well. Then all the way towards the bottom, there is the search engine indexing switch, deciding whether you want the search engines to index this page or not. So if this is toggled off, the search engines won't include this page in the search results. But this is my home page, and I definitely want the search engines to find me, so I'll keep this turned on. Next, we have the Advanced SEO tab. And here you can configure more specific details such as structured data markup, custom canonical tags, or advanced metadata for deeper SEO customization. You can even hire a Wix SEO partner from their marketplace to help with SEO tasks if needed. Then finally, there's the Social Share tab, and this lets you configure the social sharing settings for the page. Essentially, you're telling the social networks what image, title, and description to show whenever your visitors share your site's link on their social network. Very important, and I highly recommend getting into the habit of updating at least the SEO and social sharing settings for every page and post on your blog. There are even social settings for X as well, and opening this tab allows you to configure those social sharing settings for the X social network. And by utilizing these settings, you can configure how your page appears, functions, and is discovered by your audience and the search engines. And this level of customization ensures that your site's pages align with your goals, whether it's better SEO, tighter access control, or more streamlined design. Okay, moving on. Next, let's go over how to create and publish a blog post with Wix Studio's AI blog generator. So as you've seen so far in the tutorial, Wix Studio has a ton of AI tools that are revolutionizing how you create content, one of them being an AI blog post generator. You obviously aren't required to use this to create your blog posts, but I still want to show you how to use it. Plus, once you know the workflow, you can pass this information along to your clients so that they can create their own blog posts with AI. Okay, anytime you want to create a post, from the toolbar, select My Business. And as I said during the tour of the editor, this is where you can create and manage your blog posts, among many other things. And just make sure you have Wix blog selected here. And this blog section is designed for managing your blog content efficiently. You can create engaging blog posts, organize them into categories, and customize the layout of your blog to fit your site's design, all from this section. Now, since this is our very first post, you'll see this Write Your First Post button. Go ahead and click that. And that will open the Wix Studio blog post generator. This is a powerful tool designed to help you create high-quality blog posts quickly and efficiently. And Wix Studio has a handful of AI tools to help streamline that process that you could access here. And we'll be using these in just a bit, but let me give you a quick tour of this editor. Shifting our focus to the middle of the screen, we have the web-based blog post editor. It has a minimalistic and clean interface with a title input field at top where you can type in the title of your blog post, and then below that is your main content area, and this is where you'll start writing your content. However, as you'll see in a few moments, the AI will write everything for us, and this is essentially where we will make our edits to that AI-generated content. At the top of the editor, you'll find a toolbar with various formatting options. Then the editor also provides an AI-powered writing assistant, which can help generate content ideas, improve readability, and suggest edits. This feature is useful for those looking to streamline their writing process. Additionally, in the top right corner, there's a word count indicator which can help you keep track of the length of your blog posts. Then towards the bottom of the screen, you'll see the AI suggested post topics. This is a built-in tool designed to help users generate blog post ideas quickly and efficiently. And you could select one of the suggested topics to streamline your content creation process, or click on the Brainstorm Topics button to generate new ideas. And this functionality is particularly useful for overcoming writer's block and ensuring blog posts align with relevant and engaging topics, allowing you to focus more on content development rather than ideation. On the left is a toolbar filled with various features and settings to enhance your blog post. Then towards the upper right, there are some additional features like the redo and undo buttons, the ability to preview and publish your work, as well as add notes and comments, which we'll do whenever we create a blog post. So, for this particular example, I want to show you the power of using AI to generate blog content. We're living in a new age of content creation, and Wix Studio gives you the ability to leverage AI-driven tools to streamline your writing process. So first things first, from the AI Tools menu, select Blog Post, and this opens the AI Post Creator, which is currently in beta, and depending on when you're watching this video, some things may have changed, but as of February 2025, this is what I see on my end. Okay, there are 3 steps to the process, the first being to describe your topic. So simply describe your desired topic in the provided input field. And for this example, my topic will be 5 low-impact workouts for rehab. Then once that's filled out, click the Next button. And this will take you to the next step, which is Preferences. This section provides key options to fine-tune your content to match your style, audience, and branding needs. First, you can set the word count, specifying a range that determines the length of your blog post. And in this example, the range is set between 500 and 1,000 words, which is an ideal length for engaging blog content that balances depth and readability. Next, the tone of voice section enables you to define how your content should sound. You can choose from several preset options, including neutral, professional, casual, confident, enthusiastic, and other. Finally, the number of images section allows you to decide how many visuals should be included in your AI-generated blog post. You can select up to 3 images to be automatically incorporated into the content. And this helps to enhance the readability and aesthetic appeal of your blog post, making it more visually engaging for readers. So I'm going to leave the word count and tone as is, but I will add 2 images. And by adjusting these preferences, Wix Studio's AI ensures that your blog post is tailored to your exact specifications, providing a customized and optimized content creation experience with minimal effort. Below that, there is a More Preferences section, and clicking that gives you additional customization options to define the structure, perspective, audience, and SEO focus of your blog post. First, the post type section lets you choose the format of your blog post based on your content goals. And the available options include standard, listicle, how-to, personal story, and editorial. Next is point of view, and this setting determines the narrative perspective of your AI-generated content, and here you can choose from various points of view like any, first, second, or third person. Next, we have reader audience. And this optional field allows you to define your target audience. And by specifying a group, the AI can tailor the language, tone, and examples to resonate with your intended readers. How cool is that? Finally, keywords for SEO. And in this section, you can enter relevant keywords to help optimize your blog post for search engines. These keywords should be separated by commas and reflect topics that potential readers might search for. I'm going to enter low impact workouts for my keyword, indicating that the blog post will be tailored for an audience interested in fitness, wellness, and exercise routines. And by customizing these More Preferences settings, you can guide Wix Studio's AI to generate blog posts that align with your content strategy, audience interests, and SEO goals. All right, once you're done configuring your preferences, click the Next button. And this brings us to the third step in the AI blog post creation process, the title. This is where you define the main heading for your blog post. The title serves as the first impression for your audience and plays a crucial role in search engine optimization and reader engagement. So Wix provides 3 AI-generated suggestions to help you craft a compelling and effective blog title. Each suggestion is designed to be engaging, keyword-rich, and relevant to the topic of your post. And you could select one of these AI-generated titles by clicking the corresponding option. Or if you prefer to create a custom title, you can click the Write Your Own Title and manually enter your preferred headline. If you don't like any of the options, you can then click the Regenerate button, which is this little icon in the upper right corner, and this generates 3 new titles to choose from. Choosing the right title is important because it affects how your post appears in search results and how appealing it is to potential readers. And I think I'll go with the third suggestion, Maximizing Recovery, 5 standard low-impact workouts for rehabilitation. And then once you've selected or written your title, you can proceed to the next step, which is to create the post. So click the Create Post button, and the AI will get to work. Now this can take up to 90 seconds, so just sit tight while it does its thing, and you can monitor the progress here. But for the sake of time, I'm going to fast forward. And voila, check that out. Our blog post draft about the top 5 low impact workouts is ready to go. And what you're looking at right now is your blog post editor within your dashboard. And as we briefly went over in the tour, this is your central hub for creating, editing, and managing blog content. And whether you're writing a post from scratch or refining an AI generated draft, this interface is designed for ease and efficiency. And in the case of an AI-generated post, such as the one shown here, the dashboard provides an intuitive editor where you can review, enhance, and personalize the content. And you'll want to review what the AI has generated, but that's the great thing about this editor. Everything you see here is customizable, and you can edit it to your liking. The AI has simply provided a great foundation for your blog content. And with this editor, you can quickly add or remove content as you see fit. For example, if you want to add some text, simply place your cursor within the editor and start typing like you would an email or Google Doc. It's that simple. Additionally, anytime you see this sparkle icon, this is like your AI assistant, giving you even more editing options to implement with the help of AI. And I know it may seem like a lot at first, but as you get familiar with these AI tools, you'll be streamlining your content creation workflow in no time. Next, let's say you want to add an affiliate link to the post. Well, all you'll do is highlight the text that you want to hyperlink, and then in the editor toolbar at the top of the post, select Link, and this opens the link settings and allows you to create and customize hyperlinks within your content. This feature enables you to link text to external web addresses or internal sections of your blog, enhancing navigation and providing additional resources to your readers. And when adding a hyperlink, you'll be prompted with a dialog box titled, "What do you want to link to?" So for this example, I'm going to link to a web address. So in that field, type the URL that you want to link to, and I'm just putting Amazon.com, but as an affiliate marketer, this is where you could enter an affiliate link. Then below that is where you can customize the link behavior. First option is to have the link open in a new tab. This ensures that clicking the link opens the destination in a new browser tab, preventing users from being taken away from your site. Next is no refer, and this is recommended. This option ensures that no referral information, like where the traffic came from, is sent to the linked site. This is often used for privacy purposes. Next is no follow, and by enabling this, you inform search engines not to follow the link for ranking purposes, which is useful for affiliate links or untrusted external sites. Finally is sponsored. This tag indicates to search engines that the link is part of a paid promotion or sponsorship, which complies with best practices for affiliate and promotional content. So since I'm pretending that this is an affiliate link, I'll actually want to select all of these options. These are all best practices for affiliate links. Okay, after configuring these settings, click Save, and this will apply the hyperlink to your selected text, and the hyperlink will then be active and styled according to your blog's theme, ensuring a professional and functional user experience. And it's underlined with a normal font, but you can edit the style even further by making it bold, and you can even change the size, color, etc., all here in the editor. All in all, these options give you control over how links function and interact with both users and search engines, helping you optimize your content for engagement and SEO compliance. Next, let's go over how to configure the post settings. These are instrumental in setting your content up for success when it comes to search engines and social media. So from the toolbar on the left-hand side of the screen, click on Settings, and this allows you to configure essential details and options for your blog post. This section ensures that your post is optimized for publication, organized, and tailored for your audience. And there are 3 sections to the post settings: General, Categories, and Tags. Starting with the General section, here you can edit the featured image. This allows you to select a main image that represents your post. This image is prominently displayed in thumbnails, previews, and social media shares, providing an eye-catching visual for your audience. You can also toggle this option on or off based on your preference. And it looks like it's using the first image within the post as the featured image, but if you want to change it, simply hover your mouse over the thumbnail, and from here you can remove and update the image by clicking those 2 icons. This opens my media library where you can upload an image or find a new image to use. I'm just going to upload a new one that I created with AI earlier, and there we go. Next is the publish date, which lets you control when your post goes live. You can either publish the post immediately by selecting Publish Now, or schedule it for a specific date and time in the future, giving you flexibility in managing your content calendar. The writer field is particularly useful for blogs managed by multiple contributors, as it allows you to assign the post to a specific author, ensuring proper credit and showcasing authorship. The excerpt section enables you to add a concise summary of the blog post, up to 140 characters. And this brief description appears in previews of the post and gives readers a quick overview, enticing them to click and read further. Then below that, in order to keep your audience engaged, the Related Posts feature lets you link up to 3 other blog posts that are relevant to the current one. This encourages readers to explore more of your content, boosting page views and retention. Next, for increased visibility, you can toggle the Feature This Post option to highlight the blog post on your homepage or other prominent areas on your site. This is ideal for showcasing important or timely content. Finally, the Allow Commenting on this post toggle gives you control over reader interactions. You can enable comments to foster engagement and discussions, or disable them if you prefer not to include a commenting option on this particular post. And when creating blog posts, you should get in the habit of configuring these settings. And by understanding and utilizing these features, you can create a polished, well-structured blog post that aligns with your goals and enhances the reader's experience. Moving on to the Categories tab. This is where you can create and manage your blog post categories. And blog post categories help organize content into specific topics, making it easier for readers to navigate and find what they need. They improve user experience, boost SEO by helping search engines understand your site structure, and encourage readers to explore related posts, increasing engagement and page views. Well-organized categories also give your blog a professional appearance, making it more appealing to readers and potential advertisers. Now, I highly recommend adding categories to all your blog posts, and it's super easy to do. From this category section, click where it says Create Category. Then in the field provided, type the title of your new category. If you're having trouble coming up with an idea, there is a Create with AI option that will use AI to help you craft the perfect category. But since this post is about low impact workouts, I'm going to name this category Low Impact Workouts. Simple enough. Then click the checkmark icon to create it, and it will be assigned to the post. Finally, you can create and add tags as well. These are similar to categories in that they help organize content and assist your site's visitors in finding relevant content. And the steps are the exact same as when we just created the category. You'll name it in that field, and then click the check mark to assign it to the post. Okay, moving on to the SEO settings. This is another really helpful feature that Wix has included with the blog post builder, and you should make it a habit every time you create a blog post manually or with AI. Okay, so these SEO settings are broken down into 4 sections: Assistant, Basics, Advanced, and Social Share. Starting with the SEO Assistant, this is a powerful tool designed to optimize your blog posts for search engines, helping them rank higher and reach more readers. The first step is selecting a focus keyword. However, since I'm using the free account, I don't have access to this feature, but whenever you upgrade to a paid plan, which we'll do a little later on, you'll have access to the keyword feature where you can enter your keyword manually or click on Get Keyword Ideas, and this will generate suggestions based on trends and best practices. Below that are specific tasks lists to enhance your post's SEO. All of the ones that are marked with a green check mark mean that you've met those requirements in the post and you don't need to do them. However, if they're marked red, then it's recommended that you take action and apply the recommendations by the SEO assistant. You can even click on them, and this opens a little drop down where you can get some tips as to how to fix it. And this particular one was for our meta description, so in that field, I'll type my meta description for the post. Pretty cool and super helpful feature that I highly recommend taking advantage of whenever you're creating your blog content. Okay, moving on to the Basics tab. This focuses on the essential elements needed to optimize your post visibility on search engines. First, you get a preview of how your blog post will appear in the Google search results, and it includes the title tag, meta description, and URL slug, providing a real-time preview to help you refine your content's presentation, and any changes you make to this title, description, or URL slug are reflected immediately in this preview. Finally, we have the index status. This toggle allows you to control whether the post is indexed by the search engines. And by enabling this option, you ensure that the post is visible in search results, and if it's turned off, the post will not appear in the search engine results, even if published. Just keep that in mind. Moving on to the Advanced SEO tab. This allows you to dive deeper into technical SEO elements, offering greater control over how your post is indexed and displayed by the search engines. Here you can configure the structured data markup, robots meta tag, additional tags, and even hire a Wix SEO Pro. And this connects you with the Wix Marketplace where you can find SEO experts to help you with your blog if needed. Finally is the Social Sharing tab. This allows you to customize how your blog post will appear when shared on social media platforms such as Facebook, Pinterest, and X. And this feature ensures that your post is visually appealing and optimized to attract engagement from your audience. And to start, the social preview section lets you see exactly how your post will look whenever shared. You can upload a custom image that will display alongside the title and description, making it more eye-catching on these platforms. The OG title field allows you to craft a compelling title that resonates with your social media users, while the OG description lets you add a concise summary up to 500 characters of your blog post. And this description should be engaging and informative to encourage readers to click the link. For further customization, you can configure the X Settings tab specifically for the X platform here. And this section provides a preview of how your post will appear on X. And by optimizing both the general social sharing options and the X settings, you ensure that your post looks professional and engaging across different platforms. Okay, moving on to the Monetize section within the toolbar. This allows you to earn money from your blog by offering subscription plans for exclusive content. You can add paywalls to selected posts, set up flexible payment schedules, and convert casual readers into paying subscribers. This feature provides an excellent way to monetize your expertise and add value to your audience. And to start using this feature, click Get Started, and Wix will guide you through setting up subscription plans, allowing you to manage and control exclusive content directly from your blog. Next is Translate. And the Translate section empowers you to reach a global audience by making your blog multilingual with Wix Multilingual. Using this feature, you can add a language menu to your site, translate posts into over 180 languages, and optimize your blog's SEO for each language to improve its search engine visibility internationally. And whether you're expanding to a new market or serving a diverse audience, this tool ensures seamless and professional translation. Just click the Get Started button to begin integrating multilingual capabilities into your blog. Finally, we have the Apps section. And this provides access to recommended apps that optimize your blog posts and help you drive more traffic. Some apps offer free plans, allowing you to explore their features before committing to premium options. And if you want to get started with these, just click the View App to explore the tools in the Wix app market and add them to your blog for enhanced functionality. So that's the blog toolbar. I know it was kind of a deep dive, but hopefully you have a better understanding of how to optimize your blog content and configure the settings going forward. Okay, another quick thing I want to show you is the Notes feature. And clicking this little notes icon towards the upper right corner of the editor opens a digital notepad where you can organize your thoughts and streamline collaboration while editing your blog post. Again, located on the right of the editor, this section allows you to write notes for yourself or leave feedback for collaborators. And whether you're brainstorming ideas, jotting down reminders, or sharing suggestions with your team, the Notes panel ensures that all your input is kept in one easily accessible place. You can add a note by typing directly into the Write a Note or @mention field, and by using the @mention functionality, you can tag specific collaborators, ensuring that your feedback reaches the intended recipient. Notes can be categorized as open, resolved, or all, making it easy to track which tasks or comments still require attention. This feature is particularly useful for larger projects or team-managed blogs where clear communication is essential. Now, as you're working, Wix Studio will auto-save your work, but I always like to click the Save button just to be safe to ensure my changes are saved. It's just a personal preference and a habit I've gotten into. Another personal preference, but another best practice, is to preview your work before publishing. And clicking the Preview button will open the Wix preview environment and allow you to preview what your post will look like on desktop and mobile before publishing online. Next, if you click this three-dot icon next to the Publish button, you can access some draft and publishing options. These provide a range of powerful tools to manage your blog post effectively, allowing for better control over the post's lifecycle from draft to publication. Finally, whenever you're ready to make your post live for the world to see, click the Publish button. And once you do that, you'll be taken to your Wix dashboard where you'll get a notification that the post has been published. You can go ahead and close that out. And what you're looking at now is your blog post management section of your Wix account dashboard. We haven't spent too much time here in this video, but this is a great place to manage and create blog content as well. All right, then closing this out will take us back to the Wix Studio web-based editor. And now that the post is published, we can see what it will look like on our blog feed. So if you click on the page drop down, the nav at the top of the screen, and select blog, you can see that we only have one post at the moment, so it looks somewhat bare, but this gives you an idea of what the blog post feed will look like once our site is published. And speaking of that, let's preview the site so we can see the blog feed in action. So within the upper right corner of the editor, click the eyeball icon to open the preview environment. And from the home page, if we scroll down, we'll see one of the blog feeds. And clicking on that post preview will take us to the blog post. And this is what our blog post will look like on the front end of our blog. Nice, clean, minimalist look and feel, nice headings, content separation for easy reading, and some images to go along with it. Overall, I'm very happy with the AI blog post generator and how easy it was to create content with. Okay, one very important thing about the blog post and blog post feed is that for some reason, the blog feed wasn't included in my main navigation menu. As you can see when we visit the site navigation menu, there's no way for the user to get to the actual blog feed. So in that case, we'll need to add the blog to this menu. So back at the Wix Studio editor, click the menu icon, and from the toolbar select Edit Menu. Then click the menu items, and from that toolbar select Manage Menu. Then from that pop-up, select Add Item, and you'll get another little pop-up with options as to what you want to add. And since we want to add the blog feed, which is considered a page, we'll select Main Pages. And it looks like the blog page isn't listed, so click on Show More Pages. And from here, you can manually enter the page from the Which Page dropdown. And there it is. So we'll select Blog from the Blog Pages section. Then click the Done button, and this will add the blog feed page to our main navigation menu. Then you can even drag and drop it within the menu to rearrange the order of the menu items if you'd like. Pretty cool. Then once everything is in order, click the Done button, and the menu will be saved, and we now have a way for our blog's visitors to access the actual blog feed when they visit the blog. That is pretty important if you ask me. And just for good measure, let's preview the site again to ensure that everything looks and behaves correctly. And this time when we open the menu, there it is. The blog page has been added to the menu, and when I click on it, it takes us to the blog feed. Perfect. Again, we only have one post, so it looks kind of blank, but as you begin creating content, this will fill up and look a lot more professional. Either way, it's important to make sure our visitors can access our blog. All right, we're almost done. The last thing I want to show you before we launch this site is how to add a contact form to your blog. One of the most powerful tools available in Wix is the integration of lead generation and contact forms, and here's how you can leverage these features to streamline subscriber management and enhance engagement with your audience. So to start, navigate to the lead form on your website and click directly on the form field to activate the editing toolbar. Now, for some reason, my form never loaded on this particular AI-generated site. No worries though, if you're experiencing the same thing as me and you can't see your form, just click on it a few times until you get the Edit Form toolbar. But if you do see a form here, click the Edit Form button and go through the form editing steps, which we're going to walk through in just a second. But if you're just seeing a load form icon here and you can't see the form, I recommend deleting this one and adding a completely new form. So from the toolbar, click the three-dot icon, and from that menu, select Delete, and this will delete the buggy form. Then to add a new form, click the plus icon in the toolbar on the left-hand side of the screen to open the elements, and then select Contact and Forms, and you'll be presented with new forms that have already been built and you can add to your site. And we have contact forms, newsletter forms, order forms, etc. But if you click the contact sub-menu item there, you'll narrow your search down to just the contact forms. And we have a few to choose from, but once you find one that you want, simply drag and drop it within your site, and in a few moments, check that out. We now have a contact form, but we're not done. We can customize this even further by clicking on the form to access the toolbar, and then click where it says Edit Form, and you'll be taken to the Wix Studio Form Builder. This provides an intuitive and flexible interface for creating and customizing forms for your website. And whether you're setting up a simple contact form or a more complex submission form, this builder offers various tools to help you design and manage your form efficiently. And let's go over the key sections of the builder. On the left side of the editor, you'll find the Add Form Fields panel, which allows you to customize your form by adding various form fields. And by clicking on any of these elements, you can easily add them to your form and customize their properties. At the top of the builder, you'll notice 4 key tabs. Edit, this is the default mode where you can modify and customize your form. Preview, this allows you to see how your form will appear to visitors before publishing. Settings, this provides configuration options such as form behavior, submission settings, and email notifications. and then Submissions. This displays all collected form entries, making it easy to review and manage responses. And these tabs help streamline the process of building and managing your form while ensuring that it functions properly. Below that, you'll see a preview of your form, but it's completely customizable right here within the editor. As you can see, when you hover your mouse over each element, you'll have the ability to edit, remove, and add form fields as you see fit. For example, if you want to add a field, from the sidebar Form Fields menu, simply drag and drop the type of field that you want to add to the form like so. Then if you select the field to edit, that opens some additional editing options on the right-hand side of the screen, giving you even more control and flexibility over the form logic and how the user fills it out. Now, for the sake of time, I'm not going to edit this particular field, but I just wanted to show you how easy it was to add fields and configure your forms here within the Form Builder. All right, so I'm not going to require the user fills out their birthday for this contact form, so if you need to remove a field, simply select it, and then from that toolbar, click on the trash can icon to delete it. Then I'm actually going to do the same thing for the last name and phone number fields, so let me remove those really quick. And there we go. Then check this out. Another really cool feature of this builder is that you can configure the form field's width. Simply drag the edges of the fields to edit the width like so. No coding, just drag and drop. Doesn't get any easier than that. Then you can obviously edit this form further, but for the sake of time, let's move on to the next step in the process, which is to preview the form. So from that little nav at the top of the screen, select Preview, and this will give you a preview of what the form will look like on the front end of our blog. So far, so good. And don't worry about the width of this form in this preview. We can edit that in Wix Studio. Okay, so let's move on to the form settings. And this allows you to customize key aspects of your form, including naming, submission behavior, automation, and security settings. Again, for the sake of time, I'm not going to configure anything here at the moment, but these settings give you complete control over how your form functions, from submission handling to security and automation. Additionally, throughout the general settings panel, you'll notice the AI-powered help options, such as Ask AI about automations, Ask AI about spam filters, and Ask AI about multilingual. And clicking these provides instant guidance and recommendations for optimizing your form from the AI. It's pretty cool. All right, moving on to submissions. This section of the form builder is where you can view, manage, and analyze responses submitted through your form. This dashboard provides an organized way to handle form entries, ensuring you can track and act on user submissions efficiently. And we obviously don't have any submissions here at the moment, but you can access this submission page from your Wix account dashboard and keep track of user responses, ensuring you don't miss any important inquiries or data entries. And also, please keep in mind that in your notification settings, you can have it email you every single time someone submits this form. Okay, that's going to do it for this contact form. So go ahead and click the Save button. And this saves the form styles and settings and adds it to the editor. Then another amazing feature of the Wix Studio editor is that you can continue to style and manage the form settings right here. For example, just like within the form builder, if I want to change the width of this form on the page, you can drag and drop the edges like so. Pretty cool. Then to manage the settings and monitor the form submissions, click on the form within the editor, and then from the toolbar, click on Settings, and another menu will pop up. Then select Manage, and then Manage Forms. And this will take you to your form and submissions section of your Wix account dashboard. Again, just another way to monitor form performance and ensure you know when people are trying to contact you through this form. All right, that's going to do it for the site design and form configuration. I know we didn't cover every page of this blog, but hopefully that gave you a solid understanding of how to use the Wix Studio web-based editor to build, edit, design, and configure a professional blog with AI. Next, let's go over how to connect a custom domain to this site. In this portion of the tutorial, we're going to connect a custom domain. If you look towards the top of the editor, you'll see that since I started with a free account, Wix Studio gave my site a temporary domain. This isn't ideal and is pretty awful for SEO. So if you're serious about your blog and your business, you'll want to upgrade to a paid Wix Studio plan and take advantage of their free custom domain for a year. So one way to do that is by clicking the upgrade button towards the top of the screen, and from this little drop down, click the Compare Plans button to get a better idea of what plans are offered to see what will work best for you. And Wix Studio offers 5 premium plans, each designed for different business needs and budgets. Additionally, each plan comes with a free custom domain for a year. So whenever you've decided on a plan, click the Select button, and next you'll need to choose a billing cycle. When upgrading your Wix plan, you'll notice that Wix offers 4 billing cycles: monthly, yearly, 2-year, and 3-year. The key benefit is lower monthly costs when you commit to a longer billing cycle. Also, please know that if you do choose the monthly billing cycle instead of a yearly plan, the free domain isn't included, unfortunately. Just FYI. Okay, once you've selected your billing cycle, click the Continue to Checkout button. And next you'll be prompted to enter your payment details and select your payment method. You can pay by credit card or PayPal, and then enter your invoice details. Then also be sure to review the summary on the right, ensuring all details are correct. You can enter a promo code there as well if you have one, and then once it's all filled out and everything looks good, click Submit Purchase to complete your payment. And in a few seconds, you'll get a notification that your site is now premium, and to move to the next step, which is to select and connect a custom domain to your site. And you can do that right here from this screen. Wix provides this little domain checker where all you have to do is type your desired domain in that little search bar and click Search. And if the domain is available, you'll get this notification and you'll be able to claim it by clicking that Get It button. Then for this demo video, I purchased a month-to-month Wix plan, so if you recall, the free domain wasn't included with my plan. However, if you purchased an annual Wix premium plan, you won't have to pay for this domain for the first year. But either way, I have to pay for mine, so I'll select the registration period and click the Continue button. Next, you'll be prompted to enter your contact info in order to register the domain, and registering your domain is critical because it makes the domain officially yours. This means no one else can use the same domain for their website, and it ensures your visitors can always find you. So first, you'll need to provide some basic details. Just fill this form out, and if you are the tech and admin for the domain, just leave those 2 boxes checked. However, if you have an admin and tech specialist managing your domains, you'll want to uncheck those boxes and enter their contact info. Either way, once this is filled out, click the Continue button. And next, Wix offers privacy and security features to help protect your personal information and secure your domain. Reason for this is that anytime you purchase a domain, your contact info is used in the Whois directory, meaning anyone can access that and find your personal info. So if you want to keep your personal info safe, I recommend purchasing one of the premium protection add-ons. I personally use the private registration and DNSSEC. It's only $12.90 for the entire year, but this is premium security for your domain, identity, your visitors' data, and more. There's also the private registration that still protects your personal info, but if you want the best privacy and security, I recommend getting the private registration and DNSSEC option. So, after you've selected your privacy and security option, review the total and click the Continue button. Finally, review your payment method, and the one that I just used to upgrade will still be listed here, so I'll keep that selected to pay for this domain, and then whenever ready, click the Submit Purchase button, and your payment will be processed, as well as the domain being connected to your Wix site. So this may take a few seconds for it to officially go through, so just sit tight really quick while it does its thing. And in a few moments, you'll get this notification letting you know that your domain is officially yours and connected to your Wix site. Awesome. Now, you may also see this business email notification below it. I'm not going to go through that in this video, but if you want to set that up, you can do so here. You can also set that up in your Wix dashboard, so don't feel obligated to do the email setup right now if you don't want to. Next, there's one last important step that we need to take in order for this domain to connect to our blog. So click where it says Go to Domains, and this takes you to your domain management section of your Wix account dashboard. And since this is a brand new domain, you'll see these warnings essentially telling you that you need to confirm your domain's registration. And this will be done through email and the email address that you signed up with. So head over to that inbox, and Wix will send you an email that looks something like this. Please keep in mind that you have 15 days to verify your contact info. If you don't, your site will be taken down. So please keep an eye out for this email. And once you open it, click the Continue to Verify Now button. And here you'll just make sure all the contact info that's listed is correct. And if it is, click the Verify Information button. And just like that, the contact info has been verified, and this domain will officially be registered and will stay online. Then back at the dashboard, if you're still seeing those notices, just keep refreshing the page, and in a few moments they should be cleared and your domain will be officially connected to your site. All right, the last thing to do is publish the blog and launch it for the world to see. All right, all of your hard work is paid off and it's finally time to launch your site. And as you can see, we still need to publish the site so that people can access it online. So first things first, let's head back to the Wix Studio editor by clicking the Go to Site Editor button. Then from here, simply click the Publish button in the upper right corner of the screen. And in a few moments, just like that, your site is live, and you'll get this success notification where you can visit your site to see what it looks like and ensure that the domain has been connected. Which I apologize that my screen recording doesn't show the domain, but I can confirm that the custom domain that I purchased with my premium plan is showing here and connected to my blog. However, we aren't done. There are yet a few more steps I highly recommend taking to ensure a successful site launch. So back at the editor, click that little hamburger icon in the upper left corner of the screen, and from the drop-down, select Dashboard. And this will take you to your Wix account dashboard. Then from the sidebar menu, select Settings, and find the Website Settings and click on it. And this is where you can configure some very important aspects of your site that are crucial to it appearing professional to your audience and the search engines. First, you can manage and edit the site name. This setting allows you to give your website a clear and memorable name that appears in your dashboard and the search engines. And this name helps keep your project organized and reflects the brand identity of your blog or business. Below that is the title on Google and Browser tab. This is another way you can customize the title that appears in search engine results and browser tabs. We already configured this in the editor, but you can do it here as well. Again, it's critical for SEO and helps visitors recognize your site at a glance. So be sure to create a concise, keyword-rich title if you have keywords in your title to help improve search rankings and appeal to your audience. Next is the site address or the URL, and this setting displays the domain name connected to your site. So whatever domain you've connected to your site will display here. Moving on to the favicon, and this may seem small, but it's a very important aspect of your website or blog. A favicon is a small icon that appears on browser tabs next to your site's title. You get a little preview of what a favicon is there on the right, but uploading a custom favicon helps visitors visually recognize your brand and gives your site a polished, professional touch. So you'll want to create and upload a favicon here in the website settings. And when creating a favicon, the standard size is 16 by 16 pixels, but most designers start with 32 by 32 pixels to accommodate Retina screens. Either way, once you have your favicon, click the Upload Image button, and this will take you to your media library where you could use an image that you've already uploaded, or you can upload a new image or browse and explore Wix's media. I recommend uploading your own branded image, and that's what I did. This is my favicon, so I will choose this file from my media library. And just like that, we have a professional looking favicon in the browser tab, helping my site and brand credibility. Moving on to the general social image. This image is displayed when your website is shared on social platforms like Facebook or X. And uploading a high quality branded social image ensures your site looks professional and appealing in previews, which can significantly boost clicks and engagement. And this is a bit different because the recommended size is around 1200 by 628 pixels, but I'm keeping the brand consistency as you'll see in a few moments. So let's upload a new image. And for this example, I actually already uploaded the image to my media library, so I'm going to select the site files instead of uploading a brand new image. And then find the image that I want to use. Then click the add icon button. Not sure why it's called an icon, but anyway, now when people share the homepage URL of my blog, this is the image that will display. Again, you'll want this image to be consistent with your brand. Finally, the Facebook username section allows you to link your Facebook profile to your website. This connection is necessary to verify any likes received on the site and to moderate comments in the Facebook comments feature whenever it's enabled. And to complete this setup, you'll need to enter your Facebook username in the provided field and publish the website in the Wix editor for the changes to take effect. Below that, the site history section enables you to view and restore previous versions of your site. This feature is useful for reverting to an earlier version in case of accidental changes or errors. And by clicking on Restore Versions, you can browse past iterations of your site and select one to restore, ensuring better control over content updates and design modifications. Okay, so that's going to do it for the settings. After you've configured everything, click the Save button. And congratulations, your site is now officially live and properly set up. And speaking of setup, if we visit the site setup module, which you can get there by clicking that menu item in the sidebar on the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see that there's only one setup step left, and that is get found on Google. Now, we're not going to go through that in this video. I'm actually working on another step-by-step video that walks you through that process, but essentially this is designed to connect your site to Google Search Console and verify your domain with Google so that you can enhance your search engine presence with the largest and most powerful search engine on the planet. Now, you can get started by clicking that button, and Wix does a great job of walking you through the process, but again, I'll be creating a tutorial in the near future that walks you through this as well, so keep an eye out for that. Finally, if you click the Home tab in the sidebar menu, you'll be taken to the Home section of your Wix account dashboard. This provides an overview of your site's performance, activity, and key management tools, and is the first screen that you'll see when logging into your Wix account, making it a central hub for tracking progress and accessing important settings. Then, if you need to edit your site and access the web-based editor, simply click either one of the Edit Site buttons, and you can continue making edits and adding content to your blog via Wix Studio. Alright, that's going to do it for this tutorial. I honestly hope you found it helpful, and I know that starting a website or blog can be stressful, so don't hesitate to reach out in the comments if you have any questions. I'd be more than happy to help you out in any way that I can. So, thanks for watching, and best of luck to you with your new Wix Studio blog. So that's going to do it for this video. If you found it helpful, I'd greatly appreciate it if you would like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Blog with Ben YouTube channel. Also, if you're looking to start a blog, check out these two videos on how to build, grow, and monetize a WordPress blog. They'll walk you through the entire process step by step. And as always, your support means a great deal to me and my family, and for that, I thank you. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.